gonna do the intro.
Oh yeah.
And good evening, everyone. Can you hear
Good
me?
evening. We are live now on the Twitch.
Fantastic. So we got Connell and Two Spell Wizard here for China. 2 weeks in a row for us. Wonder what the weather's going to be like after yesterday's nightmare.
It looks very hot at the moment, so
Does
Jacob
look a bit
is
muggy
saying
in Shanghai.
rain.
Jacob says
Oh,
rain.
goody.
Is it rain in the race, Jacob? It looks quite dry in qualifying.
No one has gone out yet, so I think everyone is selecting their wet setups and pretty.
So hopefully anyone who found me a bit quiet last week will be alright now. And I'm going to put the fan on, but only going to put it on bottom level because it is scorching here in Yorkshire. Absolutely scorching. It's unacceptable. I'm not even sure Yorkshire knows what the sunshine is, but this week it's been a bit invasive, that big yellow ball in the sky. Second half of the race is going to rain apparently. I wonder if it'll come a bit earlier than people are anticipating. I mean, yesterday's tier 2... ...20 minutes into the minutes, so we
but I would think the second half of the race, in my for this track especially, for tyre wear especially, but yeah, it should be interesting to see now tonight. Because I didn't see much of the stream. I did the two. Bit of lag on the stream.
Is it there? I was, if that goes away, I was about to say, my watching the Racing Point here, my Racing Point cap arrived today. I've been ordering the drive crate. Got that set up because they were doing free delivery. £25 a month, and you get loads of F1 tap, which is quite good for someone like me who massively swayed this way or that. I quite like all the F1 merch. And Racing Point has definitely been, and Force India before it, have definitely been one of the more colourful cars on the grid since they went pink when BWT started. Now that the stream seems to have...
Hopefully it's okay, sorry if there's any more problems.
Basically, I want to know from the chat what their favourite car is in terms of colour. It has to be a colourful car, their favourite colourful car. So a nice bright colour.
Oh, your light's gone off and he's retired.
Oh, he's gone!
He has spun it just before the
So easy to drop it there, so easy to drop it there. Because you're all loaded up, your tyres are aching. Roll on through that corner and it just cries enough. I mean, I think that is one of the hardest parts of the season on tyres, is that sequence of corners in the midsection.
Yes, especially the really long right-hander just before the main straight where Jay Ghost is on right now. Heavy braking zone down to this hairpin. You have to get that exit just right. Lose the back end slightly. Let's get this just right now, get the good speed. Takes it fairly well. Across the line, set it to 30.0. Very good lap by Jordan.
Oh, if you could change over to the tyre graphic as well.
Oh yes, sorry.
Connell?
No.
My teammate from Tier 2 went into that. Fantastic pole position yesterday for Unseen. Not biased at all. Well done, McLaren. See some more good stuff from the Orange Boys today. We got a Valentino Rossi fan with his number 46 on the car. You love to see it. You love to see it.
Who's on a lap now?
Our VR 40. Coming round the horseshoe right now onto the main straight.
Yeah.
He's going round on a soft tyre lap.
So Blaze is saying the early mid 2000s in terms of liveries. I have to very much agree with Blaze there. 2000 and kind of 2004, right, where Fernando Alonso when he was coming into his prime. Back
Oh,
the
light blue and yellow one, which was the mild 7 one. Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Oh,
I always used to like the purple Saubers as well, when they were sponsored by Petronas or Petrobras rather. I always used to like them.
Arbar come across the line now.
Ricciardo loving the 2000 orange arrows. I actually preferred the 2001 orange arrows. I felt it was a bit more orange.
Oh, Young Lights, very disappointed in the chat. I would be too. I was on for a podium last night, but just not last night, Monday, but unfortunately.
So are we going to see anyone dip into the 28s if they go for a soft tyre run?
Alonso is on mediums right now. I'm going to go on board him next and see how he's getting on. I'm going to finish here with no future to see. Just runs out of ERS just before the last corner.
So far we've got Ghost is fastest. He's fastest in Sector 1, fastest in Sector 2 is Montana, and fastest in Sector 3 is Yelp. So the top 3 guys all sharing fastest sections.
On board now with Conzo on the mediums. Ricky says the 95 Benetton, yes, that is a thing of beauty. I wasn't even born, but it is a lovely car.
You young pup Connell.
Yes.
I was off to school in 1995. Childhood dashed.
20 in September I am, so still a bit young.
Right, let's do typical Schumacher helmet watch. Who have we got here? Anyone repping on the track today? Here we go, it's just no future.
Conzo's on for a good lap here on the mediums. 131.4.
Fantastic. 130.9 for Romano, so 131.4 on the mediums for Conzo.
Jacob on his lap now as well in Sector 2, the treacherous Sector 2, which I hate.
Jacob had a decent enough start to his championship.
Yes,
last
getting
week
that podium last week.
Podium position for Jacob. Brilliant race from the back. He'll be hoping to start a bit closer to the front though. This race. I mean, we all love storming drive through the field, but you don't really want to have to do it, do you?
No, it's not the most nice thing in the world to do. Heavy braking zone now, not down to the hairpin. Afraid not to lock up. Goes a little bit wide. That might be the line he likes to take, though. You never know. Try cut that little corner there.
Off though. He's gone a bit wide there, but it's not invalidated.
Yeah,
and he goes
third.
A few tenths in the middle sector is what cost him there. I think it could have been that lock up into the fast left hand.
He's going to go on board with his teammate here. On the other Haas.
Props to Big Slater. Bit hesitant on the gas coming out the horseshoe there.
Yeah, it's very easy to spin there as well. I found that out the other night, even on the medium traction. DRS open. Flying down this straight now. Clutch that just right. It's a little bit wide there, not too major though.
Though, because you can get a
Ferrari tonight for Matrix, I'm pretty sure. You have a few reserves anyway. Likes of
Ferrari had a bit
Charlie.
of a mare in Tier 2 last night, didn't they? So they're not going to want to be repeating that.
Arbar also filling in as well tonight. Good to see Arbar. A very nice gentleman, I may say so myself. Gelt in the way. Ooh, very, very close to Charlie there. very, very close to Charlie there. A bit too close for me anyway, I think. Fully on the gas now, coming on the horseshoe. It is Connell and Wizard, Joel, on comms. Usually not the... It's usually either Wizard leading, but I am leading tonight. Stream is a little bit laggy, the guys are saying. I don't know.
They'll be fine. They'll be fine.
Charlie across the line, 131.5 on the softs. Right, Montana's actually come across the line now as well on the mediums to do a 130.7. I think he's doing another lap though. Yeah, he is, I think, yeah.
There's 10 to ZRS on. He's low on fuel, so I imagine he'll be coming in this lap. Mads is on an outlap coming round the horseshoe in the...
I'll stay on board with him now.
Alfa Romeo, tongue tied there. Currently P4, he'll be winding up a lap now. Comes out the horseshoe down the back straight, which is a fantastic overtaking opportunity because it dumps you straight into this hairpin that has at least 5 million lines.
If you're comfortable, I suppose.
Calzo is on a flyer. He set purple in sector 1 and he's gone green in sector 2. Just off the pace, this could be provisional pole position for the Red Bull as he comes across the line now.
Excellent lap, 29.1. Excellent. I'm going to go back on board now with Mads, who's coming around.
Arbar's on a good lap. He was a bit slow in sector 1, but he's gone purple in sector 2.
Gets that just right. Up to the line. He is into second. Wow, Calzo had a fantastic lap, so he did. Mads now on a lap. He's half a tenth up on his lap. Currently in sector 1, into sector 2 now.
Arbar lost a lot of time in sector 1. That's where he's lost most of his time. I think Arbar, if he can get back in the pit lane, could do a sub 29.5, I think, if he can hook up sector 1.
Who are you on board with right now?
I'm just watching Arbar at the moment.
I'm watching Mads now coming on the horseshoe onto the main straight.
How's Mads' lap going? He's coming down the back straight now, Mads. He's up on himself by just under a tenth. He'll need to improve a bit more to jump up ahead of Jacob.
Ooh, locks up a little bit, nothing major though.
Personal, he's saying personal best. Simply setting a personal best.
Gets that just right, a great last corner. Off to 7th. On those softs. I'm going to go on board now with Simply Rush.
Very close.
Simply Rush, who's on the mediums. Hoping to set a good lap now.
Slater's still in the pit lane, hovering on those medium tyres, not gone out yet.
He's going to wait for the optimum time.
Fruit hanging around there, I've not seen the lap from Fruit yet, he's out on the mediums. He's going to wind up a lap in a bit, I'll keep an eye on his sector times. Jake 2, so he could be looking to improve. He's 3/10 up on himself. That would jump him, but he could potentially jump up into second if he can improve enough in the final sector as he bombs down the straight in the half.
Up to the line now. Sets a 1:31.2. Currently in 10th place. So if he stays there, he's on a great lap.
Coming round the hairpin now, potentially on for bumping himself up the field as far as second. I think based on that cornering, that's more likely to just bring him up to 5th. But we'll see as he comes around the last corner. Opens the DRS, flings it across the line and just it.
Yeah. Fruit by 2.5 tenths. I'm on board now with Fruitful, who's on the medium tyres. Stay on board.
No one really out there beating their personal times at the moment. We know Arbar's got a bit more pace in him. Arbar could stick it a sub 29.5, I think. He didn't really hook up sector 1 as we've said earlier. Who's your money on for this race, guys? We're still going to see some of our heavy hitters. Who's going to challenge Calzo? Is it going to be like a 2012 Chinese Grand Prix where Nico Rosberg set his Q3 time very early and was quite happy with it and just didn't bother for the rest of the session? Let's see what the
Fruit now coming down the main straight.
He's a bit off the pace, but he is on the mediums, of course. He's about half a second down on Calzo, but this could be, this could nestle him up around sort of Jacob here. We could see a very low 30 from our champion from season 4 as he comes round the final corner. Great line there on the power early, over the line
P7,
in
very
P7.
good.
He is the second runner on mediums at the moment.
Charlie and Big Slater are both on outlaps. Obviously there is that little bit of a glitch there, so it is a bit less time for us.
Yeah, the time is.
There's a few now going out for their outlaps now. So top 3 are going out for their outlaps.
Donalmo's going to cross the line to start a lap.
He invalidated his first one, so
he's going again. He's got enough ERS. Has he got enough fuel?
Bolin has retired from the session, which is in pit lane.
Slater yet to set a lap time either. He is on the outlap though, on the medium tyres. Anyone going to cause us some surprises? Donalmo. It's a decent enough first sector. There is a couple of attempts off it. He's on the medium, so for a medium lap he's doing very well. Simply is also improving himself, which he could bump himself up into the sort of Berlin fruitful equation on the mediums.
Was there rain last night? Was there?
Yeah, there was in the first couple of laps.
There was a little bit of rain there. There's a bit of rain out tonight as well, Elliot, for most of the race, as I think what I'm hearing. So it'll be interesting to see. Keeping in mind, some of these boys might be on wet setups, so you just don't know.
I will
boys
keep
or
an
girls.
eye on Montana, who's just started a lap because he
gonna
is
go on
on
board
the softs.
Yeah, I was looking out for Montana because I was expecting to see him maybe up in the top 5, top 3 even.
Simply bumps into the top 10, but I don't know if that's going to be enough to get him in the top 10, because I think there's going to be a couple of people behind him, especially Big Slater, who's going to set a lap surely. Donalmo bumps up into top 10, he's the last man.
Lane. He's not moving anywhere. Just gonna go on board with Slater.
One, but not purple. Crucially, he needs to get some purples in. 26.8 in the middle sector. This is probably going to put in P2 from Montana.
I'm just on board now with Slater's coming around the second last corner. I'm going to go back on with Montana then shortly after. Slater around the final corner, and he just invalidates, unfortunately, cut that a little bit too early. Well, he'll be annoyed at himself, but at least now he can start on the hard
Championship
mediums.
leader, out of the hairpin.
Up to the
Races
line.
down to the party, getting enough. Goes really wide
Great
into the
turn in
corner.
there. Up
Bit
to the
late
line.
on the gas though.
And he's in second place, Calzo in pole position as of now. As well. Mads set at 130.4. This is gets a great turn in there, gels up to the line, and he just backs off. Yeah, he just backs off. I think he wanted to.
Coach is going to cross the line. He doesn't want to either. So the top 7 are all going to be on soft tyres. Not
So that
particularly pacey from the tier 1 guys out. I wonder if there's quite a few wet setups.
I would assume, judging by pace and from other lap times the other
just
night.
balls to the wall and he wants that pole position. He's got it.
But
Fantastic performance, over half a second clear of everybody else.
It'd be interesting to see now if he's actually on a dry setup. If he isn't, fantastic lap. But judging by times tonight and times from other races, and obviously these times are looking sort of like tier 3 times.
That is one of my favourite laps I've ever seen in contest of speed. I think actually it was just so perfect.
Yeah.
Over half a second clear of everyone else.
Half a second clear of everyone.
Rear gunner in P3.
Wow. So, pole position is Calzo. Very good by Calzo. Montana is second. Conzo third. Two great Red Bulls up there in the top 3. Arbar fourth. Jay Ghosts in fifth. Jelton sixth. Seventh for Jacob. Bolin eighth. Ninth. Fruitful and 10th is Mads. Fruitful and Bolin both on the medium, so they're in a great place right now. Future and also in a great place on 11th, so he'll be starting on brand new mediums. Danamo 12th. Simply in 13th. Charlie 14th. 15th. Young Lights and Slater in P16. Probably going to be starting on the mediums or the hards. So, yeah, great qualifying. Red Bull's in very good position as well. 10. So,
Fruit with a great lap on the medium, slightly better than and Jordan J Ghost in P5 for Ferrari.
He'll be very happy with that. He will.
He will.
He won't stop talking about it for
Jordan.
weeks.
We love you.
We love you, Jordan. Indeed, yes.
We're gonna have to get him some head support, I think, soon. He's not gonna be able to lift it up. The weight of him on there. Have you got the championship standings there to display?
If he wants to do it for him, I can.
Just while we wait for them to play around in the lobby.
It is attempting to reconnect. I cannot see it right now. It's absolutely glitching out here for me. I don't know what's going on.
We'll see if Roland can jump in with me, if he's available.
Fortunately, I can't get it up. Sorry, it's not wanting to do it.
No, that's fair enough. We've got a graphic for you, but it's not coming up. We've obviously got the Mercedes running 1-2 in the championship, as in real life. We've got Montana and Vaporizer. 26 points for Montana with his win. Vaporizer losing out on the last lap on penalties. He's on 18. Jacob with a fantastic P3. Jelton and McLaren 12 points. Thomas, who's not here tonight, sadly, our tier 2 champion, finished 5th ahead of his teammate, who's one of the favourites for the championship. Ghost with a great 6 points there. Up his 4 points in Spain with a points and 1 point. We'd like to see Big Slater up there as well. He had a good race.
Right. So for pit stops, 7-8 laps on the softs, which would be very hard for the very difficult to go onto the hard tires. I pitted lap 3 and the softs were already dead last time. So yeah. Right. So let's go through the tires there now really quickly. So so future to see everyone bar Big Slater are on mediums. Slater on the hards, which I probably thought he was going to do. Ooh, Rise43 raiding the party with 3 raiders. Hello Rise, how are things? Thank you for raiding us. Very appreciated. So yeah, gonna be a very slow out lap and warm up lap, I think, because you do not want to be heating up these tires.
Well, it depends on the rain's going to come as well. I mean,
yeah.
If the rain's coming early,
Slater,
you want to be going as slowly as possible on this formation lap.
Yeah, so the rain comes sooner.
So the rain comes sooner in the race.
So it does look a little bit kind of dewy there. Obviously, through the game, can't really see much, but well, from on board it looks quite blue. So, but there is a few clouds lurking there in the background, so it could come. They said most of the race, so I'm thinking maybe after lap 10 it might start to get a bit cloudy. Well, if Slater's on the hards, it might come later on. You don't know. It might have changed. I don't know.
Very muggy down that back straight.
Yeah, very murky indeed.
Very, very muggy.
Good old global warming. Gotta love it.
Once again, thank you to Thibaut for the stats that we have here. I love it in qualifying, being able to see the green and purple sectors and see how people's laps are unfolding. It really is a help, especially in qualifying. Fantastic stuff there, great effort, good job.
Thank you
Keep
very
it up.
much.
We love you.
I also love you.
Vive le Thibaut.
Merci beaucoup. I did French in school for 5 years. I don't know a word of it.
This is
Right.
the sort of outlap I've been doing. A nice, lovely, slow outlap.
Yeah. Right, lads.
To
They're all
the
coming
grid.
up now to the grades. If the stream is a bit laggy, I do apologise. I don't know why that is. I hope it does sort itself out though.
Do you think it's something with the stability with the overlays and the...
It might be, I don't know, but
we'll try and sort that out as it goes
right.
on. I mean, we're all very new to this, so
especially
we just want to
myself.
give you the best stuff possible. And I mean, we all know that the best product is what
Right.
these guys do on the track.
3, 4, 5 red lights, and away we don't go. Wait for the glitch. And away we go for the Chinese Grand Prix. Great, good start from Montana. Up the inside of Calzo already. Oh, bit of wheel bagging. Both Red Bulls. Oh, Calzo ahead of Montana. Montana has the inside, but Calzo will have the inside for the next corner. Oh, this is great stuff. Gelt up to third place. Calzo back down to fourth. Oh, both Montana and Calzo going at it down the straight. I'm going to send board with Montana up the inside into the hairpin. Gelt up 3 places. Very good by.
Great start there. Berlin also in the other McLaren up to 5th. Great start from McLaren.
Oh, Jagos are going on the outside of Fruitful, I think. I'm not sure. Just missed that there. Fruitful on the mediums. Arbar dropped 4 places. Arbar, very bad loss for Arbar at the moment.
Much cleaner start, and now it's personal between Calzo and Montana. Is Montana going to try and run away with it? Was that pace on his lap for Calzo come from straight line speed? Let's find out. He does have better straight line speed than the man in front. He's catching up on him. He's not even using overtake, and he's catching up on him. And Montana was using overtake all the way down the straight.
Yeah, Montana definitely has. So it looks like Calzo might be on a dry setup. Young Lights ahead of Mads also. I'm staying board with Calzo here for the minute.
They made slight contact there, but there's no damage.
Montana in first, overtaking Calzo. Calzo second, Gel third, Calzo fourth, Bolin fifth. Chico 6, Fruitful still in 7th. Arbar lost 4 places, very bad for Arbar on the first lap there. Future C in 9th. Dynamo both up 2 places. Young Lights up 4 places, very good for Young Lights.
Wobble for the race leader through the snail, but he holds position as they come down into the hairpin at the end of sector 1.
Bit of trading going here from Mads and Jacob. Jacob ahead of Mads currently. Mads going to go on the inside. No, oh, Jacob runs a little bit wide, locks up a little bit, but keeps that place. Very good by Jacob on the outside there at the hairpin.
Slater make his way past Simply into 15.
Slater will be happy on them hards now.
Obviously, I think when DRS comes into play, Calzo's going to be a very happy bunny.
Oh yes, he'd be wanting to stay in within that second now, and obviously with the faster setup, it looks like he's going to be staying with him for the next couple of laps. Gonna go on board now with Calzo down the straight. Calzo on an overtake. Montana
he wants it now.
Yeah, he wants
Montana's
it now.
Powerless.
Not using an overtake, and he's just going to save that ERS.
They've got the same amount of ERS now.
Conzo and Gelt down the straight as well. Conzo going right outside of the hairpin. Gelt up the inside.
Are very racy.
Oh, Gelt pushes Conzo a little bit wide. Well, closely by the second McLaren of Bolin. Jay goes down in 6th place, lost 1 place at the start.
Both McLarens up 3 places.
Fruitful up 2 places now. He's still in 7th.
They're sitting quite well, Berlin and Fruitful on their medium tyres. McLaren with the split strategy. Oh, there's 3 wide into turn 2. That's not going to work. But they survived. Ghost right behind there. Still, he got no damage there. Bit of contact, but no damage.
Second gap between Montana and Calzo right now.
So far.
Very good. What's tier 1 boys? Jacob and Young Lights still going at it here now. Fruitful on the back of Jay Ghosts. Those softs right now will be absolutely roasting. This is a track, if you're very good at tyre management, you're going to be sailing here. Calzo almost out of second of Montana. Calzo, I think, is on dry setup. I'm pretty sure. I am not too sure, but it looks like it. Or Calzo might just be unbelievably quick on this track.
Run away. So Calzo getting ahead in the straight line, but then the DRS for Montana barely doing any.
Yeah, Montana is 5 miles an hour faster with DRS. No overtake on, but 5 miles an hour. He should be a lot faster than that.
4th and 5th now for the McLarens as Berlin starts to make his tyre advantage pay. Car number 46. Is there going to be team orders at McLaren? But I don't think so, because Yelts is after Conzo for that podium place. 3 seconds for Jacob. Conzo defends the inside. Yelp goes around the outside, watching this run ball from his teammate, who takes a wide line into 2. And nothing changing there. Conzo causing a bit of a train now.
Still following closely.
Yeah. And Fruit's right behind him as well. Fruit thinking about it, but he's a sensible one, is Fruit. You don't get a championship and so many podiums with that being sensible.
Yeah, you'll be patient with this.
I love being on board with the Renault engine cars. It's just got a lovely rumble to it, the Renault.
Yeah, it does indeed, especially on downshifts. We're on board now with one ammo, actually.
Montana's still just inside that DRS zone.
Yeah.
A much better exit from the horseshoe there, actually.
The two McLarens now behind each other. Gelt looking for an overtake on his teammate here.
Well, Bolin, sorry. Surely Berlin's got to be let through, but there's no team orders here.
Wow, pushing him very close.
Squeezes his teammate onto the grass.
Wow,
just
that's very good to see.
Enough.
Oh, but Gelt, Gelt just hits him. They've done cardinal sin.
Jordan's going to be all over the back of Yelp now.
Gelt into the pit.
Yelp goes straight into the pit lane. His tyres are done. Montana's also in the pit. Trying to get the undercut there.
Yeah, that 5-7 is open now.
As Yelp comes past him in the box.
Young Light's very close to Dynamo. Ooh, Young Light's trying to go up the inside of Dynamo. Round the snail.
Fruit is past Ghost. Round the snail. Ghost not trying to get back at him. And there's a dive into the hairpin from Berlin. Conzo goes back for the switchback. Can he get the traction? The medium tyres now coming into their own. And there's a McLaren in P2, but he's 3.5 seconds behind Calzo. Now we'll see the difference between the tyre compound. It's not really until lap 6, I think, until
lap 6 or 7. The mediums are way better.
Until the mediums take advantage. It's going to be level pegging now, but Berlin is on an absolute flyer. He has saved up some ERS. Mind you, so has Calzo, but he's catching up now. It's only 3 seconds. He's almost broken the DRS of Conzo, who will just
out of a second now, but he will in the detection area. He probably, he still has DRS. Conzo still has DRS. Fruitful in the DRS.
Fruit's also coming now. Fruit is definitely on a wet setup. He is losing so much speed in a straight line.
Yeah.
.7 seconds now. Nearly a whole second in half a lap. And Calzo decides to carry on.
Calzo and Slater are going at it. Is it a hairpin? Slater up to 12th.
Dynamo with the penalty there. Calzo will want to go straight onto
Charlie also. Charlie with a penalty there, yeah.
Hard to think. But they can't stay out too long. One of the Red Bulls will have to pit this lap, or they're going to run out of tyres, or they're going to have to double stack.
Which is not. Oh, Arbar Ghosts.
Fruit right up behind Conzo, slight contact, no damage though.
Arbar and Ghosts are very close. Can stay on board Arbar. Arbar's going to go up the inside of the hairpin. Ooh, just up the inside.
Makes the move.
Who gets the better traction out of here now? Ghost just gets the better traction. Down now into the second sector. No future C falling very closely to Arbar. Ooh, no future almost pushing Arbar through the corners. Ooh, no future thought about it. Into the two lefts. Dynamo now getting up into this battle. Don't like 3 seconds also.
Nice big gap for Montana in the Oak now to catch up on them. It's suddenly got a lot darker, I've noticed as well.
Yes, I'm on board now with Arbar, and it has gotten a lot darker, so the rain will be coming, I would think, in the next 2 or 3 laps. No future, just see it, Arbar going level down the straight. Arbar with this straight line advantage. Yeah.
And Dynamo's going to have them both as he comes up to the hairpin.
On the outside. Oh, a little bit of a contact.
No future cuts the corner.
Oh, Dynamo just gets the better traction as the inside. Oh, very good by Dynamo.
Beautiful.
Oh, that is
the Renault
excellent.
Driver. No banana skins there for the Renault.
4 of them all very close together now into the pit. Calzo also into the pits there, so one of the Red Bulls, Conzo, will probably be coming into the pits this lap. Oh, this is very close between Young Lights, Arbar, no future. No future up the inside of Arbar. No future gets it done again on Arbar. Arbar still hanging around the outside. Arbar going down the straight, gets him on the straight. No future has no straight line speed whatsoever.
And the rain has come. Calzo's come in through his mediums. He's done the undercut. So the undercut by Montana has got him track position against his rivals. But you've got Berlin and Fruit now at the front, who are going to be able to go several laps longer, and they're not going to have to pit. This has opened it wide up for them, and then you've got Dynamo, no future to see Young Lights in the top
past
7.
Arbar again.
Conzo and Jordan will have to pit this lap, otherwise their tyres are going to explode.
Yeah. So one thing we have realised, Future is definitely on a wet setup. He was about 194 miles an hour down the straight, which is extremely slow for this track, with using DRS and overtake. So he is definitely on a wet setup, but he's on the back of Jay Ghost. Jay Ghost just has the much more experienced straight line speed.
Dynamo will have to be careful behind Conzo now as he comes up to the hairpin. He won't want to lose too much time, but Conzo is going to dive into the pit lane.
Yeah, he should be in. He has the spanner on. Oh no, he's going again.
He doesn't. Surely he can't. He can't have any tyres left. He's going to go. We're going to be getting puncture territory for Conzo this lap. We'll keep an eye on it. Dynamo's going to have to do the dive into turn 1 because the Red Bull didn't get out of the way and go in the pit lane. Conzo loses out to Dynamo. Dynamo now in P3, a de facto P3 because he is on mediums. He can go another 5 or 6 laps, and it surely will be wet enough by then with this Chinese rain coming down.
No future, still on the back of Jay Ghost.
So surely that Jay Ghost and Conzo are going to be in absolute puncture territory.
On the outside.
He's got no grip at all, no future. Even with the wet setup, he's managing to get pace. The exit from the corner was horrific for the Ferrari. And just watch Conzo struggle in the high-speed corners here. There's no future, closes right in.
Slater going around the outside of Arbar. The trading places into sector 2.
Calzo is right up behind Montana as well. He's closed that gap in again. Slater's going to be more than happy. He'll be wanting to take ages to get wet.
He's up to 10th place at the moment. He got around Arbar. So the rain and the tyre wear not helping these soft runners right now. At all.
Fruit is chipping away at that lead by Berlin by a 10th or so a lap. If he can get within that second before
I'm on board Simply Rush, going down the DRS, down the straight. Definitely gone past easy move there by Simply Rush. So both Hasses in 9.
Is he going to make a move on both of them? He thinks about it. He makes a move on Conzo because Conzo's got no grip at all.
Look, far superior traction.
Surely he's got to come in. He does. Jordan stays out. He's going for a 9th lap on used softs. You can see the line on the front right.
He's losing so much time here.
It's going to absolutely rupture where he's losing at the moment. If he doesn't get a puncture, he's losing less time than if he pitted.
Calzo extremely close to Montana right now.
He's losing less time than if he pitted.
Oh, Conzo and Arbar onto inters. And Conzo, Arbar, Jacob and Conzo
straight onto inters. Arbar onto inters.
Mads also into the pits.
Strategy call.
Jelt onto inters as well.
Somewhere.
That's sector 3. It's gone now.
Simply is going to be coming straight past Jordan in a moment as well. Jay Ghost. Surely now.
Montana's sliding all over the place with Calzo.
I'm keeping an eye on Ghost. I'm on puncture watch.
He has to be very close right now. It's like shooting fish in a barrel right now. He's holding up Simply Rush. Ooh, who has to lock up fully because Ghost is braking so early. Simply Rush had to lock up fully there. So I think everyone should be coming into the pits this lap or next lap.
Oh, and he's gone, he's round, he's got no grip coming out of the horseshoe. And Jordan is round and is in a dangerous position. He's got to get back on the track. What's he going to do? Is it a puncture? Or did he just have no grip? DRS is disabled. Now is the time to switch.
No puncture for
and
Jordan.
It was just a lap too long.
Yeah, it's definitely time for wet now. There's a bit of mist coming out the tyres now.
All 4 tyres are inflated, but I just think they've got no grip. He's driving on icicles.
Yeah, look at the lines there.
Oh, you have to brake so early.
Everyone into the pits, bowl into the pits, onto the inters. Fruitful has stayed. Oh, he's not stayed out. Sorry, excuse me. He's actually
in the Williams, so he's jumped in.
Jumped.
But he's not going to fully jump in. The Williams pit lane is a bit further on. Jordan manages to not do a Lewis Hamilton.
Everyone into the pits now. Everybody into the pits now for the inters.
Calzo in all that crucially got past Montana. Remember.
Jordan is going to
in
probably be.
He swapped over because of the order of the garage. Arbar was part of that group of people that switched straight onto the Inters, and that's worked a treat for them. It was Young Lights, No Future to See. Was it Conzo and Jacob as well, wasn't it? It was Young Lights, Conzo and Jacob and Arbar that all came in for.
Jay goes back in 15th. I think it was the wrong tyre choice for him. He probably should have came in for those inters, but I suppose how can you know the rain just came so quickly there.
Exactly.
It was dry. It was dry last lap with a bit of rain, but now it's fully wet now. So how would you know, really?
Our top 5 all started on the medium tyres, but then we've got a group of Conzo, Jacob, and Arbar who were on the soft tyres, but they've gone over to the intermediates a lap earlier.
Slater up into 9th place after starting last place. He's in a great position
now
here.
In wet weather mode.
Yeah.
And now we will see the setups and the advantages change because the pace that was going on beforehand might not necessarily be the pace that we're going to see now.
Those 2 Red Bulls might be a little bit slower, and Jacob now straight on the back of Conzo. Loose the back end just a little bit, not too major though. I'm on board now with Jacob. Conzo does have straight line speed though.
Fruit does not seem as comfortable in these wet weather early stages as Berlin is.
On board with Fruitful.
Apparently now we're open for intermediate tyres. Thank you, Amazon. Oh, Berlin gets turn 1 all wrong though and loses half a second.
Yeah. 8-second gap to Dynamo though in 3rd place, so first and second are just chilling.
Dynamo and No Future and Young Lights were all trying to work their way through the back markers.
Montana very close. Oh, Simply Rush and Charlie and Montana too wide into turn 1. Simply Rush trying to go around the outside of Charlie. Charlie goes out a little bit wide though. Simply Rush will have the inside line though. Oh, bit of contact between the Ferrari and the Racing Point. Simply Rush. Oh, Jay goes to tire from the session, which is in the pits. He was definitely not happy there with that. Oh, Simply Rush got ahead of Charlie. Montana sliding the car a little bit.
Fortunate from Jay Ghost there.
Montana thought about the inside there.
He did. He thought about the inside, the outside, upside down.
Montana gonna go the outside of Charlie.
Ferrari. Better exit from the Mercedes.
Yeah, much better exit from the Mercedes. Sector 1 yellow.
Activated.
That is
Jordan's car coming out of the pit lane.
Very good battling here. Bit of a Simply Rush train at the moment.
We'll want to get past Charlie as quickly as possible. Charlie runs wide. This is the opportunity. Deploys overtake.
Very good.
Charlie sorts his life out, and he takes the position.
We have a lovely camera, helicopter view of that there. Very nice, very nice. Thank you, Cody's. Did something right for once.
Clocked right twice a day, isn't it?
Right, so there's a few little gaps coming into play now. Conzo obviously no DRS, so it is just straight drivability in this wet at the moment. So
after that mistake by Berlin into turn 1 last lap, he then pulled out another couple of tenths again. So again, slightly more comfortable, but he's not liking turn 1. He's navigated it a little bit better that time, but again, Fruit has closed up through the snail.
Alf, we don't know. We just know it is just interconditions at the moment. It doesn't look particularly heavy though at the moment. The rain just
Jacob looking
drizzling.
feisty in P7. No
Yes,
future
indeed.
to see. Forming a bit of a trend, and there's a bit of a gap to our bar in 8th, and then Slater, who started right at the back on the hard tyres, he's now up to 9th on the same strategy as everybody else.
Which is very good.
And our early race leaders, because they had to do an extra pit stop, Montana and Calzo, are
Back in 11
23 and 24 seconds respectively behind our race leader.
Fruitful losing every half a tenth every lap. It seems he doesn't seem as comfortable in this wet here.
He's just slightly. I mean, there's sections where he is a bit better. I think in the long corners, Fruitful seems better, but I think that's just because he's got a higher downforce package.
Yeah. In the straights,
because he's on overtake, but he's barely gaining.
no, Future is very good in the corners. I'm actually going to stay on board with him because when he was on the dries, he was very slow on the straights. On board with him, he's full overtake. Yeah, he's only going 193 down the straights.
Last week, I mean, I get proved wrong if Fruit wins the race, obviously, but I just feel that, oh, that's crucial, 3 seconds for Calzo. I just feel that, again, Williams have gone too high on the downforce.
Yeah.
Because, again, he's going into overtake. The car in front isn't using overtake, he's saving it.
Especially
and
with
he's
Thomas
not gaining any
week.
time. Yeah, Thomas especially last week was very high on
Spain,
downforce. I mean, maybe they
it,
prefer it, but I just feel like unless it gets super wet, that they may have gone a bit too wingy.
Yeah, like as you commented last week as well, Thomas was very slow down the main straight in Spain, and it seems to be very similar kind of thing this week again. Calzo still within the second of Montana if he is on a dry setup. Very good lap though if he wasn't on a dry setup.
Jacob will want to get past Conzo though for P6.
Yeah,
He's definitely quicker than the Red Bull right now.
Conzo is holding up Jacob a lot. I think Jacob might just have to lick a stamp and send it.
Yelped all over the back of Charlie as he dives around the outside into the hairpin at sector 1. Going for the switchback manoeuvre. He is on the gas earlier. Accelerates out of the corner, up the hill, and past the Ferrari.
Yeah, very good overtake there. Just missed that. Sorry. I got on with them though. I'm staying on board though with Jacob. Jacob coming up now to the 10-second gap though to Don Ammo. So short shifting lots now around on the main straight. Now Jacob, he has to do the overtake here if he wants it done.
He's in overtake. He's deploying the beam, but I think he's got a little bit too much wing as well, hasn't he?
He's not gaining any time whatsoever.
There's a couple of drivers here that are like corked in bottles. Fruit
Yeah, they're all just
and
stuck.
Jacob. If it goes full wet, I think they're going to be quids in, but
On the straights, they're losing out big time though.
yeah.
So the two
They're
Red
not
Bulls,
gaining
100%.
enough in the corners.
No.
They're not gaining enough in the corners to warrant the extra wing at the moment, because at the moment it might change.
So both Red Bulls, I think we can say pretty firmly that they were on dry setups.
As it stands, Fruit would take the lead in the Drivers' Championship, remember,
Yes.
because the two is his well, one of his drivers isn't here, and then the other one, the championship leader, Montana, is out of the points at the moment, so
Jacob blocking up all the time behind
Jacob would
Conzo.
be up there as well. I feel Jacob is a good challenge here in the
He
championship.
has to get past this Red Bull. Like, if I was him, I wouldn't be too much more patient with the Red Bull. Like, to be honest with you, if going on that main straight, I would think just send it up, dive him down the inside. Because every time I've been on board with Jacob going down the straight, Conzo has left a big gap in the inside, and to me that just screams a place. So I would just dive that. If I was about 5/10 bit in, I would dive it. Because he's left the door wide open. I personally would just dive it and probably get wing damage or something. But you know, that's
The leaders
for
are
after.
lapping quicker slightly than Montana and Calzo. They've gained about a second in the last 5 laps.
Yeah, Jacob is losing out big time here on the straight. Sorry for the crossy. Jacob is losing big time. After losing 3/10, only 4/10 going on the straight there. He obviously had no overtake on.
The time. He's gone up to 1.8, either a mistake from Fruit or a push from Berlin. has given the Valentino Rossi fanboy a more comfortable lead. No shame in that. We all love the Doctor.
Yes, we do. Haven't watched much MotoGP, but
I mean, myself growing up, there were only two certainties in life on a Sunday afternoon.
F1
Valentino Rossi would win the MotoGP, and Michael Schumacher would win the Formula 1.
I haven't watched a lot of MotoGP, but I have been to the Isle of Man to see the TT races, and
nice.
they are just fantastic. My stepdad's nephew actually does the TT racing on the Isle of Man.
Brave man, brave man.
Oh, he had a crash there a couple of months ago.
And he got up again and did it again.
He was in hospital for 7 months. He broke all his limbs, collarbone, all that. A huge crash. He's very lucky to be alive, to be honest. And as soon as he was out of the hospital, he went and bought a brand new bike.
Of course he did. Of course he did. They're a different breed, the two-wheel crazy people.
Yeah.
Different breed.
Yeah, he literally went off to the hospital, was on done deal in the hospital, and Auto Trader, everything, literally went straight to the guy and bought a new bike. Straight out of the hospital, still in casts, and went and drove the bike with an arm cast, and yeah, he said, yeah, I'll take it. So, yeah, they're crazy, but it's very good to watch. If you've never been to TT races, I would highly recommend it.
Jacob is saving up his overtake at the moment. He's got twice as much as Konzo ahead of him. Is this the lap he deploys? I think he's got to wait just for a little error on exit from Konzo, and then boost. That's going to be the best way.
The rain has stopped, by the way. It's not raining.
Here we go. So we're also at an interesting point where if it dries up very quickly, it's going to be too many laps for softs. It's going to have to be medium. But it's right on that cutover period because someone could chance it on soft.
I'm starting to see some of the lockup lines in the wet again, so I'm trying to see some of the tire marks. So it might be drying up.
Who's gonna jump the gun first? This is gonna be music to Calzo's ears. Calzo, who's 25 seconds off the leader.
DRS enabled. DRS enabled.
Mads pitted at the perfect time. He's in the pit lane just as DRS was enabled.
Mads could be on
pulling a blinder.
Thing here.
I mean, he's out the back anyway, so he might as well try.
He's onto the softs.
On the softs? Interesting play there.
Yeah, he's not going to be doing that on the softs.
I mean, he'll get to the end, but in what state?
Probably death.
Yellow flag in sector 1, that's just as Mads coming out the pit lane.
Oh, yellow flag, Charlie retired.
Charlie's out in the fast section, and we've got a VSC. Is it going to be out long enough for them to get back to the pit lane?
Fruitful. Going to be pitting now for the mediums, 100%. They'll have to do it. It's going to be wet, but they'll have to do it.
They're going to get such an advantage. Are they going to come out even before the rest of them get to the pit lane?
I don't know. Dynamo's slowing them up, though. Dynamo's trying to look at that delta and not get a drive-through like I did. I think like
Fruit
a lot of the
cut into the pit lane. Dynamo, well, everyone's going to be pitting, to be fair.
I think they should, yeah.
And then gets leapfrog because of his garage. But
Konzo is going. Konzo is going.
Konzo's staying out.
Oh, Jacob very wide into the pits. This is going to be not great for Haas because Big Slater and Jacob will be coming in, so there will be a slight double stack.
So the leaders are actually going to get shorter stops if the virtual safety car disappears.
Bowling onto softs, Fruitful onto softs. I don't know why.
The leads are going to, maybe they don't have any mediums left.
Maybe. Everyone going onto softs.
They should have some fresh mediums. Would have qualified.
Barber on mediums, Simply Rush onto mediums. Big Slater onto mediums.
I think the medium tyres are going to come into their own after about 5 laps.
Has to be. Like there's...
We shall see another yellow flag. Berlin spun! Berlin has spun on his softs!
Konzo passed him on the inters. It is still that little bit wet.
Both still on the inters. But they're losing time to Fruit. Fruit is getting away at a rate of knots. And now the Season 4 champion has the opportunity to get away in the very, very boring toothpaste coloured car.
excuse me, the best looking car.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
My
You
favourite
don't wake
car
up
for
in
this
the morning
season.
and go, you're next to a beautiful woman in your bed. You don't go, don't worry, I'm not going to pay attention to you. Which is the Alfa Romeo, obviously, in this situation. I don't care about you. I want to get to the bathroom right away, and I want to stare at my tube of toothpaste. That's not what you do. You do not pass up the beautiful woman of an Alfa Romeo who's lying in your bed before you to go and gaze at the toothpaste. Or maybe you do, Connell. Who am I to judge? I'm not going to kink shame.
To be
If
fair,
you're into toothpaste viewing, then that's fine. But I will quite happily, all day, every day, look at the Alfa Romeo.
So both Red Bulls, I have no idea what they're doing. I can't really say much to I'm a tier 3 peasant, but
I'm
they're
very
losing so much
confused.
time here. I don't know what they're doing.
Is it going to rain again? Are they trying to wear them down to slicks? I'm not sure it works like that on the game. It would in real life.
Oh, 100%. But all the grooves will go away eventually.
Although, to be fair, now that the tyres are actually slicks, I mean, back in the days of Michael Schumacher, for those of you that were a bit younger, they used to have grooved tyres, and dry tyres, they had their grooves in them, and they weren't slick. And now, obviously, the reason they've done that is to slow down the cars, because they were starting to go a bit too quick. But it did mean if you were running a set of intermediates or wet tyres in the race, you could, when it dried up, just stay out on them and it would wipe away all the grooves on the inters. And because the Bridgestones are a very hard compound,
But
you'd
they were
effectively
also
turn
very
them
grippy.
into slicks.
Yeah.
And you ended up with tyres that actually had more grip than the dry tyres. And Michael Schumacher used to use this to his advantage a lot. You go through a period of pain while you're trying to basically burn off the outside of your intermediate tyre, but you ended up with a faster car.
Fruitful
Fruit's
9.8
just
seconds
gone.
ahead.
Berlin will be kicking himself. Now, obviously, Berlin doesn't have any penalties. Fruitful has 3 seconds, and Berlin is charging back now. But he's 6.9 seconds effectively behind Fruit because Fruit has that penalty. And they were very even.
Konzo has gone out again, and so was Calzo.
Why are Red Bull not pitting?
Are they trolling?
I just don't understand. They've lost like 12 seconds in the last couple of laps.
Like, Konzo was in 3rd or 4th place out of this race, I'm pretty sure.
I agree, Ricciardo. I think this Red Bull strat is even worse than the lose-lose one that they put Max Verstappen on at the British Grand Prix this year when they could have had the race win, but they were greedy, went for the fastest lap, knowing that if Hamilton did get a puncture, they wouldn't be able to catch up, which is what happened. Or if he didn't get a puncture, they'd have been in P2 anyway. So I just don't get what they did. But yeah, this is even more crazy. Are they going to go another lap? Big Slater comes through now in 9th. He's been a bit anonymous this afternoon. It is raining again. But have they burnt up their tyres? I think they've burnt up the tyres.
Look, there's no grooves at all left in these tyres.
Martin Brundle always says, be on the correct tyre. Again, I'm going to be old here. 1993 European Grand Prix at Donington. Ayrton Senna came into the pits multiple times simply because you wanted to be on the correct tyre. They've already lost a pit stop and now their tyres are ruined anyway. I just don't get it. I mean, I don't want to sound all moany at them, but I don't get the logic at all. I mean, they're both faster drivers than me, fair play to them, but I just don't get it, with all due respect. And I don't think the chat does either.
No. I don't. I'm not anywhere near smart, but I just know that you should have just pitted for softs there.
Always be on the right tyre.
I'm gonna watch their deltas now at the Gelt. And see Konzo's delta now and see how.
They're
Obviously,
43 seconds off the lead now, and they've stayed out again because their tyres are ruined.
like I was on board with them there a few minutes ago. I'm just gonna go on board with them again now. Both of their tyres look like Jordan softs at the start of the race. Sorry, at the
Battle on the
lap
track
7.
up the front is going to be no future. Is in the DRS range of lights. The beautiful, sexy Alfa Romeo that you would have passed up for a tube of toothpaste is now chasing.
I will give
point.
you right. The Alfa Romeo is an absolutely gorgeous car. I'm a very simple man and very easy to please.
I'm a simple man, easy to please. I like Colgate.
I love making love to
available.
toothpaste. I love it.
I mean, it's, I suppose you feel minty fresh. I mean, with the Alfa you'd feel dirty.
Oh, stay fresh.
With the Williams you'd be incredibly clean.
Oh yes.
Incredibly clean. Which is what we want in these coronavirus times.
Yes.
You want to be clean.
To be honest, I
Maybe
don't look too.
Toothpaste is the way to go.
I don't look too well in white. It's not a great colour for me.
Yes, Blaze, that was a long time ago when Calzo got pole. It was quite possibly a different decade.
I swear it was in black and white. Slater with 3 seconds.
Slater with 3 seconds. I've cursed him by saying he was being anonymous, and now he's got a penalty.
He's coming into the pits though. He's pitting for Inters.
We've had some fantastic races this week in terms of weather. I'm flummoxed.
It's getting wet again now.
Christian's going to be having to have words with the.
Oh, that is so nice to look at. Jelt just lost the back end and had a little bit of a Tokyo drift.
Oh, what a fishtail!
That was very nice to look at.
Fishtail.
That was lovely to look at.
A waggling McLaren.
I just got that in stream there. That's very nice.
Rhapsody in papaya.
Fruitful into the pits. Fruitful into the pits. Fruitful into the pits. Race leader into the pits.
DRS is still enabled though.
Oh, he left that very close.
Is this the right call? Well, the
Bolin also into the pits.
Well.
It has to be injury time now.
Jacob has caught up to this gap here. Montana's found his way up into P7. What a recovery from him.
Jacob into the pits. Everyone's coming into the pits.
Through.
Watch
Montana's
Calzo.
going to get preferential treatment into the pit lane. DRS is disabled. Is Albar going to go around again, or is he going to double stack? Albar double stacks.
Sector 3 yellow. Oh, that is Jelt. I think he had a little bit of a moment, maybe.
Albar's speeding into the pit lane somehow.
Oh, Mercedes double stacking. He's going to be losing so much time here.
Jacob is right up the backside of that Alfa Romeo. He's giving that diffuser a right thorough examination.
Oh, that's a bit hot. I do have to say though, the Haas is looking mighty sexy this year.
I really like Haas's proper colours. I mean,
it looks very nice.
I'm not even going to mention that energy company, that energy drinks company, that
with the hippie of a CEO.
Oh, don't give them airtime. I mean, yeah, but I do like this. I mean, the only thing that would be nicer than this this outfit is if it went full Star Spangled Banner. I'd love to see Haas go full Star Spangled Banner.
A big dirty eagle on the back of the car.
Oh, that'd be brilliant. Or maybe just Gene's face on the side of the car. Or maybe Gunter Steiner's shouting.
Yes. Gunter Steiner's famous quotes. I'm not going to repeat them. Anyway, so I have to gift a sub if I say that and I have no money. So
can't afford the frivolity of a Gunter Steiner quote. Big Slater all over the back of Albar now. The Haas is looking dangerous on these intermediates. 10 seconds still the gap between Fruit and Blim.
I can just imagine Slater right now sitting in his bunk bed, leaning forward, looking at the television right now. I know about him. He will be shouting. All 6'7" of him, big man.
Berlin will be hoping the 46 people viewing this stream are all supporting him.
Oh, Slater getting up to Arbar. Brakes a little bit later though. Oh, Arbar just has pushed him a little bit on the grass.
Better exit, but Arbar covers it off. Jacob's lost a little bit of time to No Future. No Future at the same time is trying to get past light.
Oh, Slater loses the car! Slater loses the car, gets a little bit easy
on the now Simply's going to go fast.
A lot of lockups here from Jacob on on the
Yeah,
wet.
it's not far off the points positions at the moment. The Red Bulls are having their own little race there. Still there or thereabouts, but they want to be further up the field. I'm so sad because they were doing so well.
Like, their tyres are worse now than everyone else's. Do you know what I mean?
And fair play for Mads to keep going. We love to see it. We have some props and cheers for Mads in the
well done.
in the chat for carrying on at the back there, in the hopes of the safety car, which hasn't happened.
The beautiful community we do have. Can I please get your driver of the day predictions in, if you don't mind? I know there's 5 laps left to go, but if you just get them in, greatly appreciated.
I quite like Fruit personally for driver of the day. I was going to give it to Berlin, but
he did start in 9th place, keeping in mind. So
exactly, he's made his way through. He was behind Berlin, was ahead of the pair all race, and then he dropped it.
There's a bit of a Young Lights train going on.
He's got the fastest lap though, which doesn't look like it's going to get beaten.
No. 132.3.
No Future and Jacob getting very close again.
Luke Martin, this league races on Mondays for Tier 3, Tier 2 is on a Tuesday, Wednesday is lovely Tier 1, and then Tier 4 is on Thursday, but we have AM1 and AM2 on Wednesdays and Thursdays as well. They are on at what time UK again?
10 PM UK time, 10 PM UK time, 2 AM UK time for 2 AM UK time for the American tours.
Olin has 0 seconds of penalties, Fruitful has 3, I'm fairly sure.
Yeah, it's 3 versus 0.
And Jacob has 6 seconds of penalties, so at the moment he will keep that. But as you know, Montana is an alien, so he might close up those 2 seconds gap. But no, Future is really holding up Jacob right now.
I mean, Berlin's going to get a Wizard Award at this rate, but his little spin in Sector 2 has at the moment cost him his victory, because they've got the same pace as each other, Fruit, and because it's been that 9.9 seconds for ages.
Yes, yes. Luke, yeah, if you want to go onto the website, you can just look up contestspeed.com, I'm fairly sure.
www.contestspeed.com.
Our new and improved website is there. You can look about joining the league there if you're interested in racing. It'd be great to have you. All welcome to new members as well. It could be a thing where we have 5 tiers, and it'd be absolutely fantastic if we did, to expand the empire we have. That sounds a bit...
Is No Future going to send one up 1 and 2 into the snail? He doesn't, he thinks about it though. Big Slater all over the back of Simply. He's lost a bit of time for the last corner though.
Yeah, that last corner is very tricky. Especially for pad players as well, we can't really get much of a turn.
Eldran Conzo have done a bit of a switcheroo.
Future, Young Light's holding up Young Future and Jacob now. These boys just need to send it.
Now's the time for heroics. We love to see it when it happens.
We have Thomas in the chat. Hello, Thomas. Sorry you couldn't make it tonight, Thomas. Hopefully we'll see you next week for Monza.
Happy holidays to Thomas, yeah.
Yes, bring me back one of them rocks, will you?
Oh yeah, bring back a sticker rock, yeah. I'm still waiting on a pack of Freddos, to be brutally honest.
Yeah. I want some of them Dutch waffles you have there. And them special ones from Amsterdam. Right, so Young Lights still... So to be honest with you now,
this is the opportunity for Jacob, because No Future has run out of ERS, and now Jacob's run out of ERS, and he goes around the outside into the hairpin.
Oh,
he breaks lane. He goes for the switchback. Is he going to get a better exit? He does not get a better exit.
He's
run out of space, but he's going out the inside.
This is going to end badly.
Oh no!
You knew that was going to happen going into the last turn. 2 does not go into that.
Montana's sniffing around for a P6 at this rate.
Oh yeah,
Still
look,
that 10 second
he's
gap
closed
at
up.
the front.
He's closed up. 5 seconds. Remember I said he was in 8 seconds? That was about 4 laps ago.
Yeah. Well, he's already made
so Jacob is on for a P6 right now.
Together. It's all sort of settling down a bit now.
So
Simply's behind our bar though for P8. Good race from Simply. Nothing spectacular, but getting the job done in the points at the moment. His teammate up in P4.
It's all kind of calming down. Everyone's within a second of each other, really.
Fruit just minding his own business.
And Fruitful chilling. Bowling, look at the ERS of Bowling. It's nearly down below 20. Fruitful has 71%.
Well, one thing I've found is in the wet, if you don't use your ERS, you actually go a little bit quicker. You just want to use it when you've got your power down
yeah.
in a straight line, yeah.
Because you're tired, like lean and no ERS is the way to go in the wet for all of Sector 2. No wheel spin whatsoever. Especially, like if you full send it out of the last corner before the main straight with overtake and Rich, you're gone into the wall and you're dead.
Definitely. 3.8 seconds that gap between Jacob and Montana at the moment for P6, yeah, actually, but they're already gaining back on Young Lights again. Closing in.
What's the penalty situation on Jelt and Slater for P10?
Ferrari's had a spectacular week, Blaze.
Dynamo, great
Absolutely
to see.
Outstanding. Oh, we love Dynamo. He was very helpful in our chat yesterday in Tier 2 on penalty watch.
Could I just get a quick, if any of the chat is listening, I'm gonna get a penalty situation for Slater and Jelt for the last points finish for P10.
Alright, I'll have a look for you.
I'm very sure Slater's 3 seconds. I don't know about Jelt.
Slater has 3, Jelt has 3. It's a straight race there.
Yeah. What's the penalty situation for Rush as well? Slater within a second, almost just within a second of Rush at the moment.
Simply's clean at the moment.
Okay, so pretty much keeping where it is at the moment now. So for the likes of No Future and Jacob, penalties for there. I know Jacob has 6 seconds, I'm fairly sure. No Future has 3 seconds, so that's staying as it is at the moment as well. Montana is going to get 6th place, I think, though, because Jacob has 6 seconds. Montana has, I don't think,
Future still frustrated behind the back of that racing point.
Yeah, he's been there most of the second stint now.
And we're on the last lap for our race leader. Season 4 champion Fruit. He will be looking to take the lead in the championship.
Montana also has 0 seconds of penalties, so Montana will jump to 6 right now.
Jump into P6.
Shall I stay on board with the race leader for the last couple of corners?
Yeah, let's join the race leader.
In the lovely...
I mean, on board it's quite colourful, but you leave it and it's just medicated
I just think it's simply so mean looking. I personally...
No! I mean, there are simple liveries which look cool, like the Brawn, for example. This is not one of those liveries. I like the Williams on the rear wing.
Yes, and I also like
cool.
I also like the halo. It's very nice.
I like the halo with the Re-Racers 1 on the top of it. But here we go then.
Right, Slater.
It took him a long time to get his victory last season, but this season he opens his checkbook.
Up to the line now. Checkered flag out. Fruitful in P1 after a very good race, up from 9th place, qualified 9th place up to 1st. Bowling now coming around the final corner.
Great race for McLaren, P2, well done.
And great race for Dynamo as well. Very, very good race for Dynamo. Very proud of Dynamo.
Coming around the hairpin now.
Can I get driver of the day, please, chat, if you don't mind? I know I'm being very demanding, but have to see. Dynamo in a very good P3. Hopefully that stays. Oh, racing to the line here. No young lights and no future. Jacob in P6. Montana up to 5th. Wow, Montana up to 5th.
Whoa,
No features and penalties
Montana
as well.
might still have the championship lead actually, because Fruit finished in
Arbar coming across in 8th.
6th. In that
Sydney
jump
Rush
up.
jumped Arbar. Oh, Slater up to 9th. Jumped Arbar as well.
Oh, well done, Slater.
Very good by
Montana
Slater.
maintains the championship lead then
Calzo and Conzo.
by a few
Two Red
points to
Bulls.
Fruit.
That had a
But there you
very
go.
unfortunate for Red Bull today, to be honest with you. They made a really bad call for staying out. The rain just did not come quick enough for them in that second stint. But sure, you need to have a bit of risk, and you might get some reward,
45
but they
minutes
did not
ago,
get any.
Calzo was on pole by half a second.
Yeah, there's sometimes you get risk and you get reward, but they did not get it today, unfortunately. So, Mads, fair play
he'll
to
be
Mads.
back
I'm
now,
actually
he'll be
very
back.
very proud of Mads for finishing the race. Very good in P14. And
I'd
to be honest,
actually like to give driver of the day to Montana for his amazing comeback there.
yeah. So we have 2 Dynamos and a Fruit at the moment for driver of the day.
Because Montana was disadvantaged by having the
He was back in
extra
14th.
pit stop.
I'm
but,
fairly sure I forgot of it.
He had a great comeback.
Selfie for the gram. That's a bit of a fine for Williams. I don't think they can take many more fines anymore. But yeah. Right. Well, that was a very interesting race. Weather like Ireland, to be honest, and England, and the UK, all over the place. Right. First for Fruitful Bowling in second. Dynamo third. Young Lights fourth. 5th for Montana. Very good by Montana there. Ruffy GC 6th. Jacob 7th. Rush in 8th. Slater in 9th. Arbar 10th. Jelt 11th. Conzo 12th. Calzo 13th. Mads in 14th. Very good by Mads. Stay for the rest of the race. Charlie and Ghost were our DNFs for today. So, yeah. What did you think of that race, Mr. Wizard?
I quite liked it.
It was interesting, to say the least. If you
It
could
went,
maybe...
it went wet, and then it got dry, and then it got wet. I have sent suggestions for the podium guys for you. You just need to invite them into the lobby.
I will do that now for you. I'll do that, no problem. And I think I want to give my driver of the day to Montana. I think we should invite him for driver of the day as well. No.
We only get special circumstances for championships. We can't be opening the can of worms of inviting more people into the lobby.
Lovely stuff.
Yes, Dynamo. Yes.
Finally.
And Fruit as well. Fruit always prospers. And there was 46 people watching, and you let them
Williams
down.
car. As
Yeah,
we said,
there was a great big debate about the attractiveness of the Williams.
I personally think it's beautiful. Wizard thinks it is a Colgate toothpaste. So yeah, but it does look pretty nice, to be honest. But yeah, right. Fruitful, P1, qualified 9th. I'm fairly sure. How did you find that?
Well, we had a discussion because we were all 3 of us were in a party together.
Yes.
We had a discussion about what tire to choose, and we did the mediums. And well, because we knew the rain would be coming in 20 minutes, so yeah, it was such a perfect call for us. The softs had to go in, and the softs were just falling off like brick walls.
About 4 laps, softs are probably gone. I would think.
Yeah, 4 to 6 laps.
Yeah, very good anyway for P1 anyway. Finally got that win anyway.
Jeez. Yes.
So
Has that
bowling.
set up a championship bid for you? Are you going for it, Fruit? Are you going for it?
I'm always going for it. It's gonna be
Yeah,
That's the right
difficult.
attitude. That's the right
You're
attitude.
going to become our second double champion. Is that what you're going for?
People's champ by
Yes,
2.
of course.
Going to equal Al. Maybe we'll try and coax him back because he doesn't want his records taken away from him.
Yeah.
Love to see it. Fantastic. Well, good luck to you next week. You're just
Thank
behind Montana in the championship because he got a fastest lap in
And fifth
Spain
place.
and he finished 5th. He jumped up to 5th on penalties, so he's I think he's 3 points ahead of you at
Okay.
the moment. Maybe 4, but it's close. It's close.
Plenty of practice, so. So, Bolin in P2.
What happened?
Oh, back end just gone.
I saw
Oh,
a yellow flag,
awful.
I saw an orange car not moving, and I just died a little inside. I mean, I love fruit as well, but I am team orange. It's good to hear the passion.
Crying under the visor.
I know you drove a great race. You've got a well-deserved Wizard Award there, so
Right.
I'll personally hand that to you right here. Well done. It's just a shame it wasn't the win. You got the fastest lap as well, though, so at least you got 19 points instead of 18. But it could have been the maximum today. How are you thinking about for the championship? Is that your aim? Are you going to be in there fighting for it? Because you and Fruit were pretty much identical pace.
It was about, what, 9.9 seconds for a lot of it? For the last.
Even in the first parts, it was the
Yeah.
same, and in the end part, I mean, after your spin, it was fluctuating between 9.9 and 10.0 for the whole race, and it was fascinating to see. I mean, we knew Fruit had 3 seconds, and we thought, oh, maybe he can try and sneak up a little bit, but no, not enough. Next time, Next time. He's a consistent guy, as Fruit. You've got to keep scoring the points, because he will.
Right, Donamo. Hello.
Yeah.
P3. How do
Oh
you feel
no, we
about
couldn't
it?
hear Berlin. We couldn't hear
We
Berlin.
couldn't hear Berlin, sorry.
He was gutted, lads. He was absolutely gutted.
Yeah. He's crying.
But he's going to fight. He's going to fight. The
Yeah.
passion's there. The fires are burning. He's happy with his 19 points.
So, Donamo, P3, you pleased?
I'm very pleased. I didn't expect that coming
hear
into the race.
Oh, magic.
Yeah.
I bet you were hoping for a more straightforward race than last night's one, and then you got an even more complicated one.
Yeah, but having Fruit in the party chat helped a lot with strategy, and ultimately that got me P3. I think the pace was off a bit compared to the Foz guys, but yeah.
A decent 15 points rockets you right up the
Yeah.
table.
That's awesome.
Are you going to be hoping for some more podiums? Or are you going to push even more? Or are you going to be trying to get into this title fight? Because, I mean, it looks quite tasty.
I'm gonna try my best, but I think there's a bit of a pace gap.
Maybe on one lap, but I think over the race, I think in race trim you're quite close at the sharp end. I think.
Yeah,
but
to be honest, Donamo, you are pulling your weight there in the race pace, like, but always in very quick in race pace anyway, so don't doubt yourself too much. You just got the podium anyways, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks very much guys for the interviews. Congratulations for podiums and wins and all that. We have, fairly sure we have AM2 tonight.
we do.
So if you are
AM1.
AM1, sorry, excuse me, AM1. So if you are awake, please tune in. That is always very good to watch. If you want to tune in for any other races, please follow us on Twitch, YouTube. All the races are there as well on Contest Speed. Follow all our social medias if you want. Discord links, everything there, websites there for all that. And yeah, thanks very much for watching and enjoy.